Hello there, welcome to JonnyBuildz. I am your host, of course, Johnny. And yes, we are building space babies. Hi, Ben, and hi to Hoarder66 who came by. He couldn't stay, but he stopped by, which was really cool. So, really appreciate that. So anyway, yes, we are building space babies. So, this is the original space baby. This is the gift with purchase. And as you can see, this space baby is very sad. Why is space baby sad? Space baby is sad because he has no friends. At least not yet. So, what I wanted to do, just for fun, and then it turns out that it's going to work really well for the Mars thing in a week and a half that's going to be coming up, the Mars New Year, is to make more space babies. And one of the reasons why this is going to be really cool is because one of the other people is bringing a neat little Mars display that's kind of like going to be like the centerpiece along with the Millennium Falcon. Yes, Mars New Year. I'll talk about that in a second. And so the display piece is going to have like a flying saucer type thing, like a classic flying saucer on it. It's going to say Mars, Happy New Year or whatever, Happy Mars New Year. And he has a big fig, Marvin the Martian, that he's created. And I'm like, ooh, this is going to be perfect to have 5 space babies all attacking him. That's going to be so good. So, we're going to get started on doing, hey, Texas. Well, I know your real name, but hi. Good to see you. Thanks for tuning in. We are going to build some space babies. So, let me get my timer going. And 3, 2, 1, we are going to start building. Now, I had to collect all these pieces from, Bricklink and stuff like that. Let's get rid of the other bags because we don't need them right now. And I've got other pieces here that I just got today that I realized that I forgot and needed. I've got some other extra pieces that as I put things together, I'm like, I have extras. I'm not sure why. So we have these out ready for whenever we need them. Thanks for tuning in. So Mars New Year, let me talk about that. Mars New Year is a celebration that they started about 4-ish years ago to celebrate the Mars New Year, whenever it revolves once around the sun. I'm not sure how they determined what was going to be the first Mars New Year. Like, what was the criteria? Like, was it in line with the Earth and the sun? Whatever. I don't know what that was. But they started off doing the Mars New Year, which is about 1.75 of our years. So it's not quite 2 years long. And the place that started celebrating this is Mars, PA. So yes, we have a Moon, PA, and a Mars, PA. All right, let's get started. Let's build some space babies. So we're going to build all of these at the same time. Now, I know I'm still missing like 4 pieces for blue. When I was cataloging all these pieces and getting them together, it was really hard to keep track of which ones I already had. So like some I still have to get, but I have time to do that. So you're gonna build space babies. All right. But of course I gotta sort through these pieces because I bagged them all up. Nope, I need the black one. Black. There we go. All right. Here's our starting point for our space babies. All right. So Mars PA started this thing, like I said, about 4 years ago, where they celebrate the Mars New Year. And they have NASA scientists come in. They have other groups, like I was with the 501st the first 2 times that we did it. And, we just, have fun, They do robotics things. Like I said, there's NASA engineers there. Some retired, some current. They talk a lot about, the Mars rover and, going to Mars and, they have experiments there and rides. It's like a big fairgrounds type thing. And then at the end of each night, they have a drone show, which is really cool. So same thing's going to be happening, only this time they invited us to be a part. So we are going to do that. So our lug is going to be a part of this Mars New Year's celebration. And so we are bringing a variety of space-related stuff. So we're doing, Ben, Vab. he is bringing a whole bunch of rockets because, well, that's Vab. That's what he does, you know. So, now some of these pieces for the interior stuff, I did not keep the same. I did keep these purple little pieces the same, but not everything I did. So you'll see some like grays and stuff that go in because they were just cheaper for me to get. So, but anyway, Vab is bringing a whole slew of rockets. So we've got the rocket table, and then we're going to have the Star Wars table, and then we're going to have the just like not futuristic, but like, you know, conceptual space thing, space model table, which is going to have things like classic space type stuff, and we're going to have other things that people have made and conceptualized. Then we're going to have real space, like we're going to have the lunar modules, the lunar lander, the International Space Station, stuff like that. And then we are also going to have the front table, which is kind of the display, you know, like draw people in. So we're going to have the Falcon, the UCS Falcon there. We're going to have, you know, Marvin the Martian, and we're going to have 5 little space babies, all going after Marvin the Martian. So, yeah. It's a really neat little festival. It's gotten bigger. Again, this is the 3rd time they've done it. But it's weird because it changes every time they do it because, again, the new year is not 2 years. It's not 1 year of ours. It's kind of somewhere in the middle. So it's a really neat celebration. And I know I'm going to have to open this because I need these corner flat pieces. So I just got this one today. Not sure how hard this is going to be to open. It's all right. It's not the Lego. Just these. All right. Here we go. So I know I'm going to need those. All right, so let's do the black one first. We're going to do the inside of the legs here. That's the first thing. A whole bunch of these as blue. I'm just going to go... Whoop, nope, that is yellow. Now that would look cool if like I could do all the colors differently and stuff like that. But I'm not that talented. But I gotta do this, you know, 4 times, you know. So yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's very different, that's for sure. So it'll be neat to see. Now, here's some interesting things. As we're building this, there are substitutions I had to make for some of the pieces because those pieces do not exist anywhere in the Lego world. For instance, you'll see whenever we do the helmet, these curved pieces don't exist in blue. So I had to improvise, and in fact, my improvisation isn't enough. I do not have all the pieces I need. Let me get that out of there. I don't have all the pieces I need for it because of how everything goes on. You'll see as we get closer. Which I thought was really surprising. I was not expecting not to have those in blue. So there will be substitutions of pieces throughout the build and adjustments made in order to make it so it works, but the outside of everything, looks pretty good. And there's some adjustment that I'll still have to do probably because I messed something up. But I thought this was a neat little custom project to do since they had the red one. Might as well do other ones. So I picked the standard classic space colors. So we got white, black, yellow, blue, and red. So, yeah. All right. Step number 8, 4 times. So all this stuff I'm doing 4 times. In order to make it all happen. So, in this, it was just easy to get a whole bunch of these blue ones, which is funny because in the instructions, these look purple. I mean, you can look at them; they look purple, but in the set, they're actually blue. Like if you took his legs off, you would see that they're actually blue, because that's what came in the set. They're blue. So really, I'm really disappointed in Lego's quality QA stuff when it's coming to these instructions. I mean, it is really getting bad. And I mean, it's been bad for a while, but it's just getting worse. So I don't know where they're printing these or like where they're coming from, but wherever they're doing it from, it's it's awful. And I don't have a problem saying it either. Because like it's like we're paying for these sets, yet woo! I almost lost that. Where'd it go? There it is. I don't mind saying it because you're paying for the set, so it should be done in a way that is very, like, you know, you can tell what is what whenever you go to build. So yeah. All right, other black one over here. Okay, so that was the first one that I was missing from my initial go through. So here we go. All right, let's fill in the feet. My cat is sneezing behind me. So what's everyone up to today? What you have for dinner? I had shredded chicken and potatoes. It's very good, very tasty. What are you building? What are you working on? What's next on your agenda as far as building goes? Hey, there's nothing. You know what? Now and then you need to be lazy. I don't know what you did yesterday for Memorial Day. Waiting parts for Mycos. Okay, good. I don't know what you did for Memorial Day, but I grilled and stuff, and I was busy all day on outside and stuff. So yeah, it was good to. Ooh, tacos are being cooked. What do you put on your tacos? Like, what is your thing you like to put on your tacos that makes them special to you? Like, what makes a taco for you? Okay, these are supposed to have gray here in the middle, I believe. Not 100% sure, but I'm going to put them in there anyway and hope for the best. I like tacos, but I had chicken strips for lunch today. It's nice to be able to just grab these and just flip them around, flip them around. And once you do one, it's kind of like, I'm doing the next one, you know? But like I said, there are several substitutions, and I had some surprising substitutions for blue pieces that I was like not expecting to have to substitute it. I was like, really? They didn't make this in blue? But they apparently didn't. Just cheese and hey, you know what? That's fine, you know? That right there, if you're making them yourself, it's probably way better than Taco Bell. And like Taco Bell, like soft tacos were like, oh, I lived on those things for the longest time whenever they were like 79 cents or whatever it is. Keep getting those little pieces stuck in there. All right, space babies are starting to take form. Wait, take, yeah, exactly. All right, let's space babies are like Voltron. The more you have, the better off you are. Something like that, right? White people taco. And you know what? White people tacos are amazing. And I'm good with white people tacos. All right, there we go. Space babies coming together. All right. So this is where we're going to start getting a little bit interesting, where we're starting to put, like I said, there are not blues of these. I thought it was the dumbest thing. Like we have yellow, we got black, we've got gray. We don't have blues of these. Thought it was the weirdest thing. I looked all over the place, and they just don't make them in that color. Unless I just missed it somehow. Like I looked on Bricklink, I looked all over. But this color blue they do not make, or I could not find, unless my search was just bad. There was for whatever reason, there was a lot of blue pieces that I kept missing the blues. Yeah, I don't think they do, because I looked and looked and I was like, how can they not make one of the most common? But I guess they just haven't needed to. Oh, okay. So we need 2 more pieces from over there. And there's this. All right. So now put another gray. We'll just keep on with this one since I had it up. Now the pieces that we are for sure missing is actually the faces, because they don't make those yet. They don't have them in a way that you could just buy them. So a friend of mine is actually going to be making them for me. She has a Cricut, so she's going to make stickers for the eyes and the mouth that you see here. So we got her copies of this, like the exact size, and so she's going to use a Cricut and make the eyes and mouth for each of the Space Babies. And as far as the symbol here, I found stickers in Australia from the guy that I got the Blockade Runner stickers from, the replacement ones, and they are perfect for that size for a 2x4 tile, and so hopefully those come in time. So if not, well, they just won't have them. But yeah, so. All right, these are looking like little Space Babies. All right, here we go for the first thing that is going to be different. So what I'm going to do, and it's kind of funny, this back here could actually be any color, because you don't see it with the oxygen tanks on. But because I don't have blue, what I got to do is I got to put, because you do see this, because this is where the arms are going. Like, you know, whoops. Oh no, I broke his oxygen tank. He will die. That's why he said. But that's where the arms are going, and so you'll see the blue, so I had to improvise and make it work. So that's what I'm doing here. I think actually, you know what? I think. Hey, Brick Bear, how you doing tonight? Good to see you. Those get covered. Okay, yeah. All right, so this is good. A lot of yellows of these. What did you have for dinner tonight, Brick Bear? That's the question to end all questions. The question on everybody's mind tonight. I may have to redo some of these because, like, I put the wrong snot bricks on. Because I did combine the colors a little bit sometimes, so we'll see what happens. You had pizza, good. Hey, Scott's Blocks, how you doing tonight? Good to see you. These are gray. They're supposed to be white, but I got gray ones. So we are building 4 Space Babies to make him happy. Different colored, obviously. Hey, Cliff, how you doing? Everyone's popping in. Good to see you. Thanks for tuning in. We're building 4. Count them. 1, 2, 3, 4. Classic colored Space Babies. Yo! Pizza is yummy. Now, what do you do with your pizza to make it awesome? Like, what do you like on your pizza? Ooh, this is almost Steelers colors. You don't have to like the Steelers, don't worry. All right, this is where it's going to be interesting. So this is snot bricks down here. Unfortunately, I'm going to use this to put them on there, but they are not going to hold on. There's a bottom. This bottom will not reach because it's too high up. So I'm going to have to fiddle around and find another way to put the studs down here. I may just stick it out by one. We'll see. So, yeah. We'll see. But it is goofy not having blue, you know, full snot brick pieces. It's just weird. But they don't have them, so. Aw, yeah, he's sad, but he's only sad until his friends get built. That's why he's sad. He needs his friends. So that's what he's waiting for. All right, Gray's over here. I'm not always right. Sometimes I am. All right. So again, for the blue one, with these two in the back, we don't need to have it full because you won't see, and the rocket pack doesn't need to be on the whole thing. I mean, it can, but like this will work fine. So, but that's why you have to substitute sometimes in order to make things work and fit. All right, so. Wah! All right, there we go. All right, now we got one more, and then this goes in the middle. How's everyone tonight? What did you all have for dinner? And what are you working on? Oh, I'm glad you enjoy it. Thanks. Thanks for tuning in and having a good time. It's neat to build these, especially to do something that's like this is a set, you know, but this is essentially a customization of the set, you know. Had to get the pieces, had to source them. They don't make, you know, they don't have the set done, so. Oh, barbecue ribs and chicken. Sounds good. My first play button. I have one. Actually, oh, cool story. So I got this after my first year being in the lug. Well, almost my first year being in the lug. I got that from one of the Lego Masters that is currently on the season 5 show. Krista made that for me. She's in my lug. So if you guys saw the last episode last night. Aha, that goes here. They almost didn't make it again, but they prevailed. So, oh, YouTube, yeah. Someday I'll get that, but I'm in no rush. Tacos. Oh, Misty had that. Missy had that. All right, there we go. This is looking good. All right, we are done with bag number 1. So. Let's see how they compare. They should be, they are pretty close. Like I said, we won't be able to do the bottom here yet. I'm going to have to fudge around and play with it and see how I'm going to make that work. Oh, you only saw, oh, yeah, Missy. Sorry. I knew it was close. I knew it was one of those. All right, bag number 2. All right, so let's get these guys all set up here. They do look like little robots right now, though. This is going to be the finishing up the body and doing the hands and arms. Okay, so this is where we do. So normally for these, we're going to have a top, a middle, and a bottom. And in the middle is where the space symbol is going to go. But because they don't make blue, big snot bricks will only be able to do the middle and the top right now until I figure out how to do this. I have an idea, but that's going to require adjusting things and moving stuff around. I may just, you know what, headlight pieces do work here. So what I'll probably do is do 1x1s on either side, put 2 headlight pieces flipped over, and I'll have to like take one of the middle pieces out of here so it'll fit. So where did I get these? I bought them. I sourced all the pieces after I got the red one, and now I'm building them. So all the pieces came in. The last of the pieces came in today. Yep. Oh yeah, yeah. You guys have been under severe weather the last several weeks. I'll tell you. I watch Max Velocity and the Storm Chasers and stuff. Yeah, it's a good one. It's another nail biter. I'm not going to tell you any spoilers right now, but I will be interviewing Krista and Marcella again on Saturday after our lug meeting. So it'll be in the afternoon sometime, just letting you know. So, yep, exactly. The original was red, and these are recoloreds. So let's get all these here. We're finishing up the body. We'll do the hands next. It is bad kind of outside. Is it storming now for you? Hopefully not. You guys have been getting stormed on over in Texas and over in the Midwest, the true Midwest, a lot as of late. There we go. Well, I don't like that one there because it has this one was a used piece that I got from one of the brick people, so, and it's got a little notch in it, so I'm going to put that back here. There we go. Nope, there is not, unfortunately, but in a way, fortunately, because then I can do it and like have something really cool that's different and unique. I can't wait to get the faces done for these guys and post it because I think it'll be really cool. Hey, you are. How you doing tonight? Good to see you. We are on bag number 2 of the Space Babies already. Just moving right along. It's weird doing the same thing 4 times, but it is therapeutic in a way, I guess. Yeah, as soon as I saw the first Space Baby and we got it, I was like, I have to do more. I need to make more colors. I don't think I'm gonna go and do all the space, all the classic space figure colors. Like they just came out with like a teal and stuff like that. I think sourcing the parts for a lot of that would be way too difficult. But then again, I like a challenge, so maybe I will over time. I'll just keep doing it. I'm sure other people are doing it as well. These were interesting parts to get too. They're actually expensive because they're kind of a unique part. It's not the standard part for that. Where's that last? There it is. Showing them. Yep, I'm gonna. So these guys, we're gonna have them fighting Marvin the Martian at the Mars New Year thing. I think it'll be cool. Just something fun to draw people in. So yeah. Setup is like, it starts at like 9. I don't think I'm getting there at 9. I'll probably get there at like 10 or 11. Traffic shouldn't be bad or whatever because it doesn't start until 4 on Friday. But I know, Kyle, you're gonna have a lot to set up. Oh, I got one more of these. That's black. Where is it? It's hard to see. There it is. Flipped upside down. Hey, Dusty. How you doing tonight? We are working on Space Babies. Woo! Rinse, repeat. Rinse, repeat. Rinse, repeat. Do the same thing over and over. And it's funny too that the blue one is the one that like has the oddness to it. Like there are just certain pieces that do not exist in blue. Like also, like I said, these corner pieces here, these corner curved pieces, do not exist in blue. They exist in a lot of the other colors, but they do not exist in blue. All right, let's see how this goes on. It should be fine, even though I don't have it all snot bricked. Yep. Okay, that'll work. So. It'd be purple, right? So I'm gonna have to make a purple one maybe next time. 6-foot tables, so not much. Well, then purple becomes a thing, I guess. All right. Oh no, because I don't have snot brick on that side. I don't have. I'm gonna have to play around with this. Maybe put one in the middle and put. This is tough. So these are supposed to go here, and then this one is supposed to go down here, which is fine, I guess, because like the arm will keep it. So as long as I keep it on its side, the arm will keep it where it's supposed to be. So that's okay. Not a big deal. There's only one snot brick that holds that on anyway, so yeah. Do we already? We might already have a lunar. Double check the Excel spread or the Google Docs thing to make sure we don't already have one coming. I didn't know if you were bringing it or who, but I know I saw it or someone had mentioned the lunar rover. So just double check. Kevin is working on his C-3PO and his space shuttle. We're probably going to need more tables, actually. But I don't think we'll have room in a 10 by 20 space to have more tables. But that's a good thing. I mean, if we have plenty to bring, you know, we can switch it out since we're going to be doing it 2 days. So, okay, we're going to build some arms. So we're going to move these guys out of the way and build some arms. We're building an army. It is funny doing, again, I'm doing 4 things at once. But it is I think it's gonna look really cool. Surprisingly, they have, where's my arm things? I thought I got those. Did I put them somewhere else? Oh, you know what? I didn't get them. I thought I did, but I guess not. I need the blue little curve thing there. I'm gonna have to get that as well. There's still missing a couple parts. It's just hard to keep all the colors straight in your sleeve. Yeah. All right, now we're doing all the memes, I'll tell you. Where do you keep your armies? In your sleeveys. Can always depend on you, Scotty. Always can depend on you. Well, I've heard a couple good ones lately. I'm busy building, so I can't remember them. In your sleeveys. So yeah, I'm still missing just a couple parts. I swore I got the blue curved things. Dang it. Oh well. They will mostly be done. And I have to adjust the blue guy anyway because he just has some specialness to him. Whoop. We need the circles. How's everyone doing tonight, though? Good to see everybody. Hope you're doing well. Hope things are going well. Hope you're building well, whatever it is that you're building. Where does he keep his privates? All right, this better be on the front. I was gonna say try. I was gonna say make sure it's P. I try to keep things PG. Oh. Yeah, I agree. There are, well, some of the parts don't exist. Like I was telling everyone, the snot bricks here. These, like this is like a 2x2. They don't exist in blue. They do in the other colors, but they don't exist in blue. So you have to play around with it and figure things out. It's goofy. Luckily, I did get these parts. Nope, this one. Nope. Where is it? That one. And these exist. These are like the really thin ones. These are like Speed Champions pieces. I got one from, I had to get the black ones from Bricklink, and then the guy gave me 2 of this one, so I was missing one still, and so I just got it today. It was kind of funny. Yeah, those ones are very thin. Okay, now I'm missing the blue here, so there's going to be a gap. So that's something I got to order. And then we put, on this end, we put, where is it? Not quite done with the blue. Blue will be an ongoing project. So, all right, so now we put these on. Starship launched about an hour ago. Oh, awesome. That's cool. I was busy getting ready for my stream, so I did not see it. So, no, those aren't my bags. Those were sealed and sent to me, so. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Thank you for watching. Hit the like button. All right, we're going to turn everybody to the side because we're doing the other side. Appreciate the likes, the comments, all that fun stuff. I love that song. Blue Man in the Blue World, or yeah, something like that. All right. Again, we're gonna have to lay blue on his side because this is loose on the side, but that's okay. Again, the when we put the arm on, it keeps it there. So that's all good. So really, the only thing I have to figure out, and I think I have a good idea how to do it, is the front to put the front 1x4 piece on, and I think that won't be too big of a deal. So. Yes, yeah, I've just been talking about that secret squirrel. So this, so let me show you. You can see I only have a row of 4 here. There should be another row down here. The problem is the 2x2 snot bricks don't exist in blue. They don't exist in this color. So I had to make my own. And so far it's worked, except for right here. In the back you can see same thing. These should be 2x2, but again, don't exist. So I know what I can do for the front in order to make that work. I just gotta get the headlight pieces, and then that'll be fine. So there's some other pieces too, like these corner pieces, these corner curved pieces don't exist in blue either. So I have to make my own, which I did, but I neglected something which you'll see at the end. I wasn't thinking about it when I was parting the pieces and missing something for it. But yeah, I had to customize things a little bit in order to make it work, because some of the pieces just don't exist. So I will need to name them. Right. Well, red, I don't know. My wife built that, so. We could go a couple ways, like Huey, Dewey, Louie. Groucho and Zeppo or something like, whatever. We can do all kinds of things. Or we'll do red will be the Ed. So red is the Ed. There we go. Red is the Ed. Whoop, I forgot to put the black ones on. I got distracted. You distracted me there, Secret Squirrel. So yeah, parting them was difficult because I'm going through, each time I went through the first color, then the next color. Sometimes I forgot which color I was doing. So that's why I had to keep going back and making sure I had all the pieces and everything. And I'm still missing a few, obviously. So, yeah. Mr. Pink, Mr. Blue. Nah, I think that's too easy. Please give me friends. Yes. So that's a good contest, actually. Name the babies. Name the different babies. So I'll have to put up a thing where people can just comment and be like, hey, name this one this, blah 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 blah. So I mean, you can even name them blah 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 blah. Maybe that's a good name. Where's the yellow one by one? Should be one more. Missing a one by one. That's not hard to come by. At least. Up there it is. It's hiding underneath the blue. Blue man in a blue world. That would be a cool contest, though. We'll see. Comes up with cool names. I have prizes that I could give away. So, like, if you come up with a name that's chosen or voted on or whatever, could do prizes. That would be cool. I'm down with that. Let me do that. I'll make some posts tonight and say, hey, come up with names for the babies, and then we'll vote on them. I'll make polls for them, and we'll vote on them, and whoever wins will get prizes. Some little set. Junior, Squirt, Runt, Tiny, and Jimbo. Jimbo. All right, which one's Jimbo though? Which one is Jimbo? So you didn't think about that, did you? Roger. One has to be Roger. Just to make fun of the droids on from episode 1. Roger. I actually hated that part of episode 1. I thought it was kind of silly, like overly silly, how they did that. Some people liked it. I do kind of like Jimbo. Jimbo's kind of cool. All right. Start putting a list, and I'll put up a poll to say, hey, which one should be, that. But you got to put whichever one you think deserves to be Jimbo. Kind of think they all deserve to be Jimbo, Put up when you're posting in the chat. Put which baby you think it should go with. Red, yellow, blue, or black, or white. And we'll do that. So put them in the chat. Benny Jr. for blue. Yeah, definitely. Benny Jr. for blue. Alright, this arm is done. So we're going to affix it to the side there. And then the rest of the build is pretty much the head and jetpack. So here we go. We got our little arms. We got to put hands on too. So the arms are done. So Jimbo is back for being the richest baby ever. The richest baby ever. Not a fan. I've actually never watched Mr. Beast ever. Not a fan. Just never have. Didn't care for it. This is supposed to go here. Like that. All the rest of them have their. Oh nope, White doesn't have his wing. There we go. I'm also going to adjust the hands. I know how to make it so they're a little bit open, so they look more like regular Lego, Lego figure hands, but the way they made the baby was not open. So I'll have to adjust that as well. Cool way to do it, though, I think. So. Hey, Never Too Old, how you doing tonight? Good to see you. Thanks for checking in. Man, we got 11 people watching. Thanks so much. This is a fun stream because it's a Lego set, but it is also custom, so it's kind of fun, kind of different. Okay, so Never Too Old. Have you watched Lego Masters this season? Yet? Have you watched any of Lego Masters this season? The reason I ask is because 2 of our members of our lug, Marcella and Krista, are in it. Krista made me that. She made me that my first year in the lug. She made me that YouTube little arrow thing. It is what Lego's all about. It's all about having fun, trying different things. And I knew as soon as I saw the red one and got it, I was like, ooh, we gotta make more of him. I have an extra, and that's okay. That'll be for something else. All right, we are done with bag number 2. Look at that. Now this, like I was saying, has to go on the bottom, but I can't do that yet because I have to play around with making the snot brick parts work because they don't make certain parts in blue. Bag number 3. This is where it gets interesting. This is the colorful part. Yep, Route 4. They're called the Pittsburgh Pals, Krista and Marcella. I've interviewed them twice, and I will be interviewing them on Saturday about episode 2 that just came out yesterday. They are still in it. So, all right, let's spread these out. Things are going to get colorful. Actually, we can push them to the back because the heads come by themselves. So let's do this. All right, so. Yeah, that's cool. So what color is that? That looks red, doesn't it? That looks very red. The brick you actually get is orange. This is the second time in this set that the colors are just horribly off. Just bad. There is a blue 2x4 tile with the space logo. You're right. There is not all the other colors of tiles. Blue was the kind of the classic space. So because of that, I still need to get other ones, so I decided to just order stickers for those tiles. That way, and they're clear stickers, so they'll go on there and they'll look like they belong on there. So, there we go. So let's make sure I don't mess up these heads, and look. This is gray. It looks white. Their printing is going so bad. And look, this too, and it might be because of what it's surrounded by. That's light gray. When you switch the page, it's now dark gray. It's so bad. Their color scheme is just off. And I'm here for it to make fun of it. But they're supposed to be green on the sides here, but I got gray ones because I thought it would look better with the gray. So, not that you really see it because it's all covered, but it matters to me. So. No, those printed face pieces are not available yet. So a friend of mine, I put these on a copier, both of these individually, on a copier, and gave her the picture so she has the actual size, and she has a Cricut. She's going to make me stickers for them. It's their way to get you to switch. Yeah, you know what? That would not surprise me. Would not surprise me in the least. They're like, hey, you should go digital. It's better. But see, here's the thing. Digital is not necessarily better, and here's why. I did, just a little bit ago, a couple weeks ago, I did, for May the 4th, the UCS Ewok Village. The printed instructions were horrible. If you look at the digital ones, they are worse. The dark browns are impossible to see. It is so bad. Yeah, sure. she's going to do a Cricut for that. And then, like I said, I got the stickers coming from Australia, of all places. So I got to wait for them to show up. All right, so we're going to do, you know what? Let's do blue here. You know what? I forgot those when I was planning things. So good, good, good. I'm glad I had them here. So blue, and again, it's funny looking at the directions and stuff, and they're like, oh, red. And I'm like, I don't have any red pieces. That's because I'm not doing red. So, oops, hold on. Aw, see ya, Bear. Thanks for stopping by. Keep on building. Yes, the Cricut machines do fantastic work. They're really neat. You are correct. And like I don't even know the extent of them. Like she does all kinds. She's done shirts for us, like done like iron-on transfer type things and stuff like that. When we went to Disney a year and a half ago, just really cool stuff that you can do with those. All right. Next snot brick pieces. There's more likes than people watching right now. That's awesome. I appreciate that, everybody. Oop, gotta make sure my pieces don't run away from me. And black. Back in black. By the way, the AC/DC concert was amazing. It was so cool. It was great to see them in person. The only gripe I had was we couldn't hear Brian Johnson very well, and it was probably just how they had the sound adjusted for the side that we were on. Down the middle was probably great, but it was still a fantastic concert. So shirts for her. Oh yeah. See, and that's the cool thing. Yeah, if you can do something like that. Like I have like my JonnyBuildz t-shirts. But we use Redbubble for those. Like we send them a JPEG or a JPEG or a PNG, and then they can put on anything onto pretty much anything. So, all right, a lot of these 1x5s were used in this set. Alright. Same thing over and over again. This is such a cool seeing them to come together, because I mean look at them lined up there. They just look neat. No, you don't, except that's it's spacing. And that's just the way they did it, so that's the way I'm doing it. So it's the way they did the spacing so that these go together. So, I mean, I could have used anything. I could have done, 3x2s and a 1x3, but I wanted to keep it as close as I could to the original instructions. So, it does. It makes them easier, and it does seal them up. It does. So, I may be I may have one few too many of the these 1x1 browns, but that's okay. I have those. We'll see what we come up with. Dropped a head. Dropped a head. What am I looking for now? Black. Hey, welcome back. That was quick, Brick Bear. Did you convince someone that you could watch some more? Is that what you did? Yeah, but I mean, like, since I was getting the parts online anyway, I mean, like, I figured I might as well get them as close to the parts as I could. You know what I mean? So, to me, it didn't matter that way. Could I substitute it? Yeah, but then I'm going through the instructions. I'll be like, well, those aren't the pieces I got. What am I doing here? So. Alright, I didn't get pink parts. I put red just because I could. because these will all be covered up anyway. That's right. Please, Mom, or please, dear. 5 more minutes. Either way. All right. This is where I got to make sure I keep the colors straight. We're starting to cover things up. Please, Mom. Please, sir. May I have some more? Okay. These are the back. These are the backs of the heads, obviously, because they're getting all covered up. It's funny. Now that I see the black going on, he's definitely going to need the sticker, because like everything is like really hard to see, really difficult to see. She's not even home. So she does. Brick Bear doesn't even have to try. He's just like, hey, on a trip. So yeah, season 5 of Brickmasters has been interesting so far. So if you haven't seen it, definitely check it out. All right, turn these around. And I think I did these blue ones next, and the gray ones are for later. So, think. With a Mando helmet. I wasn't planning on it. This was kind of like, it went to this first, you know, and I spent enough on doing these. So I haven't thought any further. I mean, I could. That would be kind of neat, because then I could do like, baby Mando. Almost like the Brickheads, only a little bit bigger. So, all right, these colors don't matter. So this is the color I got for these, for this side. Just what was available and quick to ship. So that's what we got. Yeah, I haven't thought beyond these so far, but there are obviously possibilities, like maybe expanding upon the Brickheads idea for, like, you know, doing different figures. So there are definitely things that can be done. That's for sure. That is for sure. All right. Big Yoda. You're leaving. Just kidding. You know, if you're gonna tease us like that, you know, I could always have my moderator boot ya. Just kidding. All right, so these parts of the heads are plenty good, plenty easy to do. All right, how did I do that? Oh, that's the color. See, that's the thing. You have to think about it. You look at it, and you say, "Oh, that's red," and it's not really red. It's in this case, it's blue or it's yellow. But you look at it first, and it's like, "Oh, it's red." Is that a different color, or is that supposed to be the color? Pirate ooh, that's Pirate Babies. That's a good one. I like that. Oh gee. Pirate Babies is actually a pretty cool idea. I like that. That may have to become a thing. We will find out in the future. All right. So all the colors get covered up for the most part. You still see the bottom, but it doesn't matter. All right. We are almost done with this side, and then we're gonna start doing the faces. And the faces, unfortunately, are going to be very, very plain, because there's nothing. We don't have faces yet, so we have to pretend. So you find the worms yourself. I like that. That's a great statement. I like that. Pirate Babies in space. So what is that like? That's like pigs in space. Pigs in space. That's awesome. Scotty, you're hired. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4. These were a lot. I had to get a lot of these yellow pieces. You can see there's a ton of yellow right here right now because the faces are all yellow. So I had to get repeats of like a lot of stuff just for the yellows. But that's all right. They look really cool. So again, I have a couple extra pieces over here just in case I didn't have enough. So there you go. Yeah. Well, you can put Bumblebee. I'm sure you could put Bumblebee's head like the what you call it, the Brickheads one. You can easily put that on there. By the way, rumor stronger that Soundwave is coming, which is fantastic. I can't wait. He's supposed to have a sound brick, which will be really cool. A sound brick, so that he can like hopefully sound like Soundwave. If he doesn't, that will ruin the set. I guarantee you, if they don't do the sound brick correctly, that will ruin the set. Guaranteed. So, yeah. I'm eagerly anticipating it, but here's the problem. I have been disappointed by a lot of sets recently. Do not put on a space baby. Don't do all caps. We don't need you shouting. No shouting in chat. For instance, what do you guys think of the book nooks? Like the Sherlock Holmes book nook, I think looks fantastic. The Balrog and Gandalf fight one looks awful. Looks absolutely awful. It's terrible. Just terrible. Missing. How am I missing one of those? That's really bizarre. Oh, there it is. It's hiding. What? Yeah, the Sherlock Holmes book nook looks pretty good. Yeah, but all caps is like shouting in text. All right, so we're going to do the faces, even though we can't actually do the faces. So we're going to have blanks. And I'm not going to draw on these with a Sharpie because we will be having stickers. So, yeah, the Sherlock Holmes book nook, really cool. The Balrog Gandalf fight just looks bad. Disappointed. That's been my theme for the June releases. They're all disappointing. This, and then I had one more over here hiding. So there we go. All right, there's our faces. Yay! Now here's something else I did not realize they don't have in blue. So this is a 1x5. This is a 1x5. This is a 1x5. They do not have 1x5s in blue at all. So I have to do a 3x2. It's so weird. But they do not have them in blue. No, you're fine. You're fine. Don't worry. I'm just saying that's a common thing. Is shouting is considered, all caps. So just saying. That's all. It's okay. It's all right. You're good here. You're good. You're among friends. So I mean, like, it's not that big of a deal because I can easily do 2x3. But it's funny that they don't have a 1x5. I could have, but I'm going to do something else with that because our contest this quarter is Color Your World, and I'm going to use the Space Babies as that, but I got to get translucent over top. So that's what's going to work for doing that. There it is. It's like, where's that piece? Yeah, the class. Well, it's now becoming a classic. Like 1x5s are actually very useful, and they're making more of them. But they did not have them in blue. But There's some other things they don't have in blue also, as I've been saying. And blue just seems like an odd one to me to not have. Like the next piece coming up. So we got these that are stackable. These are 1x1 by 2/3. Okay, so it's not a full brick. This is 2 of these 1x1s. They don't have those in blue either. Those do not exist in blue, so I have to use 2 1x1s in order to do the same thing. It's just weird what things do not. Again, not a big deal, but it was definitely made it interesting sourcing parts and being like, okay, I got to calculate this now. You know, so they have black, they have white, and they have. Oh, they don't have yellow either. Now they're still a fairly new part, so. Not a full brick. Hey, that's a great name for a stream. Yes, not a full brick. Definitely go for it. Do it. Do it. I dare you. Do it. That's the name of your stream now. From now on, not a full brick. Or not full of bricks, or yeah, something like that. Ooh, where's the... I'm missing a 1x2 tile. Oh no, it's a 1x1. I'm being silly. Not looking at my own instructions. 1x1 goes here. Yes, yes, do a thumbnail. And then share it on Instagram or whatever. I want to see it. That is awesome. Not a... or no full bricks, not a full brick. Yeah, something along those lines, yeah. All right, here we go. We're going to put all the faces on, all the blank faces on. Yellow is going to be weird looking just because it's yellow all around. And of course, I put the wrong one on. Ha! Yellow needs to go on yellow. Oh. And again, I will take those off whenever I go to put on the stickers because I want to make sure they go on nicely. And having all this stuff in the way would definitely not be nice. So. All right. Okay, that solidifies that. Black one next. A quarter brick. 1 brick shy of a load, something like that. Half bricked. Oh, ooh, that's a good one too. That's like children present, but it's kind of like half baked. So that's actually a good one. I like that, half bricked. That's good. Dang, we come up with all the good ideas here. I gotta open this one. They sealed these in a weird way whenever to ship them, and I don't have a pair of scissors, so I mean I do somewhere, but I don't right now. So a few bricks missing. Half bricked, no brick. Half bricked is the winner. There you go, half bricked. Woohoo! Are you trying to tell us that you not everything is there, Dusty? Is that what you're trying to tell us? You guys are great. I love this stream. I love streaming and chatting with everybody. So cool. So yeah, Lego Masters is going on. We have, and I'll probably stream live on Friday or Saturday. I'm not sure which day. And that's next weekend, not this coming weekend, but next weekend for the Mars thing. So I'll probably stream a little bit then. Interview some people, like Vab will be there with his rockets, so maybe we'll see him. If he wants to stream, that's up to him. So, yeah. We'll do that. But this coming weekend is another interview with Marcella and Krista. And that'll be probably around 3:30. I'm not exactly sure of the time because it depends on how long our lug meeting takes. And that starts at 1. So if it's not too long, we might go early. I don't know yet. I gotta figure all that out. So many questions for the ladies. Yes, there are a lot of questions. I submitted probably twice as many questions as I did for the first episode. We'll see what their PR person says, because you have to submit those things ahead of time, and they tell you whether the questions are good or not. So I always have to wait to find out. But we're going to do a Q&A session too with the lug members. So there we go. So far, aside from not having the face or the stickers for the front, these were extras just in case. Everything has gone along except for down here, but I know how to fix that, and I'm missing, 2 little pieces. Everything has gone along. So this is where it gets interesting. I'll go live from my phone. Got some stuff planned. Hey, all right, that's cool. It's like a few bricks short of a Happy Meal. So, all right, here we go. Bag 4. So not all, like I said, blue will not be completed. All the rest will be, but blue is just, I don't know how I missed a couple of these other pieces, but I did. Just something that happens when you're trying to source things sometimes. And those of you that have sourced pieces for projects and stuff know exactly what I'm talking about. I've only just recently, really started doing that. So like, I'm still new at it and trying to figure out the best technique for being able to do it. So. All right, so what did I do for those? So there's greens that I have here on the sides. Did I use normal colors? I gotta double check something. I think I did. So I don't know what those would be used for. Oh, all white. I used all whites for these. Grabbed a whole bunch of these white 2x1s in order to fill this in, because I forgot more greens. Thought I did them, but I did not. So as I was sorting through and figuring things out, I was like, oh, shoot. I don't have all the pieces, so we'll do all white for there. Yep, exactly. Absolutely. Yep, the joy of Bricklink. In this case, this is a combination of both Bricklink and the Pick-a-Brick. Because in bulk, a lot of some of the pieces were better prices than Bricklink. Not a lot, but some of them were. So it was a combination. All right, now these I got because I wanted them fast. These I got off of Bricklink, and they are expensive, but they work. It was like $7 for 16 of these because they were 45 cents a piece, but nobody else had them, especially not in like a large quantity. And trying to get them from Lego was not going to work because these are not considered the what is it? The pieces that like people want. So like it would have taken up to 28 days to show up. And it was like, yeah. So yeah. All right. Hey. Yeah. I will be streaming Saturday sometime. It'll be around 3-ish. So like 2:30, 3:30. I'm gonna schedule it, but I'll do my best to stick to that schedule. But I don't know. So thanks for tuning in. You are, as always. Keep on building. So this is where we run into the issue of certain parts that do not exist in the colors you want. Once we finish this, you will see what I mean. There's that, and I need my last little plus. There it is. All right. Yeah, bestseller. That's it. Thanks. Thanks, Missy. We have a tote full. Nice. All right, so here we go. Gotta make sure these are blue. See, and these, I originally didn't get these because I was like, I don't really need them. But because they don't, like these blue pieces, well, the different colored pieces, there's nothing for them to touch. There's only one. The support is very important so they don't like kind of like fall in. So I decided to get them after thinking about it for a little bit. It's going along pretty good. Timing is going well. Where's the other yellow? There's one more yellow arc that is hiding from me. They do look kind of funny though, haven't they? Almost so I don't know how old people are, but the original minifigures, before they were actually minifigures, before they actually had arms, they had figures that were like this, you know, like they had no arms, but they looked like they could have. They had like little indentations or whatever to make them like they had arms. And they had no faces. So that was before minifigures were an actual thing. This is kind of what they look like because they have no faces. So, all right. Take it easy, Brick Bear. We'll see you. Thanks for tuning in. Keep on building. All right. So here is the hard part. So white, oh wait, I'm supposed to do the middle part first. Let's secure these first. So it goes across. That's what I needed those 1x1s for. Those are used, so let's do that. Yeah. Somebody got sent to bed. All right, so let's cross, cover, cross, cover. One more. And blue. So now, these go on to finish our helmets. And this, it's funny too, because doing this, like he really does look like a yellow space person. Like minus the face, obviously, but he does look like a yellow space person because that is exactly how the classic yellow spacemen looked. They were the exact same color as their skin. Kind of funny. Okay, white, black, and somehow when I first ordered the black ones, Bricklink, for some reason, didn't put the other two into my cart. So it was like, I was out of them. So here's where we run into the issue with blue, because black has them. Blue does not have these, as I was saying earlier. They do not have those curves. So they have like the half size, which would fit there, fine. And then I have this piece to go on the top. It'll kind of work. So if I put, like a 1x1 down here, sort of works. I mean, as best as I can do. Okay, it's kind of a little messed up, but it'll work. Problem is, because we have all these snot brick pieces here, I do not have a way to secure this at all. There's no studs for me to connect to. So I'm going to have to do a little bit more figuring out what I'm going to do to make the helmet work. The helmet might be one higher. I might be able to do a snot brick in there. I don't know yet. So that was the issue I found out after I was starting to sort these pieces. I'm like, it won't stay. Right, yeah. But actually, now that I'm doing this and putting this on, if I push this down enough, it touches this enough that it kind of just stays there. So this may just work as is. It might work. I'm just going to do it. And if it gets bumped, it gets bumped. You know, you got to put it back on. So you know what? It is staying there pretty good. So it might slide around a little bit, or if it's stationary, it might work. Kind of actually, now that I'm looking at the helmet with this, it kind of looks like a Spartan helmet. It kind of looks like Master Chief's, just a little bit, because the top is a little angular. Push that down a little bit more. There we go. So it's not bad. Comparatively speaking, it's about as good as I could get. So yeah, that's about as good as but like I said, it looks like a Spartan helmet. So he's gonna be the cool one. He's gonna be the awesome one. Maybe we'll call him Spartan. All right, so let's put the heads on the babies. Oops. Break out the Craggle. Who was it that I saw do that? Just recently. Oh, what's her name? Something Bricks or whatever. She's a influencer or whatever, and she was making like earrings or necklaces or something or bracelets, and was gluing Lego pieces, and she was doing it as part of Lego. And I was like, that kind of goes against the whole thing that Lego is. I understand you're doing it for bracelets, but my wife does earrings without doing that. So I mean, like, I don't know what. See, that's the thing. They fall in if they're not left secured. Yeah, she was gluing the new F1 minifigure heads. There we go. Look at that. That's pretty cool. Yeah, my wife doesn't need to glue to do earrings, so I don't know what they were. I don't know what Lego was thinking. I don't know what she was thinking. I always thought gluing was a no-no. And for all intents and purposes, I don't ever glue Lego. Like, I have never glued Lego. I find a way to make it stay. So obviously, because I just found the pressure to under pressure. So I don't even think I need pieces for that. I just need the couple that I'm missing. Disagree. That is not true. Some of the really big ones, yeah, if they're going to transport them and stuff, they always use glue, but I don't know. I see lots of big things that people don't use to keep glued together. Now, I understand if it's in public, people are touching it, you know. You don't want that to be the case, but, you know, I don't know. I think it's silly. There is Lego glue, I know. There's specific glue for Lego, but... Well, right, you need a frame, but you build the Lego around that. You find a way to make that work. The Technic pins going through holes and stuff that you drill, you know, that there are definitely ways to do that. Like, there's a guy that did this huge Deep Space Nine. Like it's enormous. It's got to be probably like 10 feet in diameter. And it's not glued, but he has techniques and ways to keep everything on. So, yeah. I don't know. That's why I needed those. And he does have a big metal frame. I mean, like, for that much Lego, you definitely need that. Though, here's the funny thing. So people have done big giant frames and things that are metal. The Bugatti Veyron that is life-size, that Lego did, that actually drives and moves, is all Lego. None of it is like non-Lego. as far as like the framing and everything. It's all Technic. It's all that stuff. I mean, like, so it can be done. So I don't know. I just think that's weird. I don't know. Not a fan. I don't think that was smart. I think that was, and I hope she caught a lot of flack for it, because I think that's just silly. Anyway, we are. This is black. I keep my colors straight, right? We are finishing up the oxygen pack, and then we're gonna be done with these little babies, and it's gonna be about an hour and a half that we did this. Oh, we're coming up on one more piece that does not exist in blue. Blue, I don't know why blue is singled out for this build, but it is. It is. But I do love the creation of these oxygen tanks. They're so perfect. Actually, a couple pieces for the oxygen tanks that is not in blue, and I will show you. One I understand because the pieces are very new. Hey Greg, how you doing tonight? We are finishing up the Lego Space Babies, at least for the most part. Blue needs a little bit of help, but that's okay. I can help him. What'd you have for dinner, Greg? And hit a like if you would. That'd be awesome. A buildable space. Well, see, the thing is, like, they almost have one. That the race car driver is essentially a build. His helmet is exactly like how a classic space helmet would be. So you have it right there. You just got to make it, and I'm sure someone is. But I decided to make multiple classic space babies, even though, as you can tell from the blue helmet, they don't make some of the pieces. Blue is just singled out for some reason. Just singled out for some reason. A buildable space woman too. Well, yeah, to make babies, you are correct, unless the babies are procreating, and then, well, that just gets weird. But I am not in charge of that stuff, so. You had Wingstop. All right. I actually don't know what a Wingstop is because we don't have them over here on the eastern seaboard that I know of, but I'm assuming it's a wings place. We have Quaker Steak and Lube and other places. Okay, here's another piece that is not in yellow, actually. 3386. This is Logan's favorite piece. The difference between a spaceman and a spacewoman is WO. Whoa. But anyway, they don't make this in yellow, so I have to make up my own. Which, again, not a big deal. It doesn't really... Oh, you're getting the shuttle carrier. Yeah! Ben's been building that, and it's pretty awesome. Luckily, they have them in white and black and blue, but they don't have them in yellow yet, so... It doesn't really change the build too much, but it does change it a little bit, so just slightly. But it doesn't matter in the whole scheme of things. So what I have to do is, for the yellow, I put a 1x1 on top of a snot, like this. I could do it the other way. It might work a little bit better, but it works. So the difference here is these 3386s are exactly the size of 2/3 of a brick, but a regular snot brick one goes a little bit higher. That's the difference. So we all got bills and rent to pay. I don't know what you're talking about. Come on, man. Everybody has bills to pay. Got a plane to catch and bills to pay. He learned to walk while I was away. One of my favorite songs. Did you do the background for your streams? The blue moving through the cracks look cool. Oh yeah. So that's actually, so I don't know if you looked or were on whenever I started my stream, there's like a purple background. That's actually the same background. It's just going through the cracks. Actually, Vab, who was on here earlier, he actually designed this version for when it was like my first year of streaming. He actually designed this version of the stream, and I love it, so I keep it. So, but yeah, all that movement is like a blue wave type thing. So, and I'm missing these pieces in blue. I just forgot to order them, so I'll get those later. So Blue Space Baby is the one that is suffering, but not horribly much. All right, now this, so we got that and that and that, all in blue, or all in those colors. They don't have it in blue, so I have to improvise. No 4x1 with curves, you know. I gotta improvise. But luckily, this goes on there, so it's okay. Just have to make sure it's sequenced right. But yeah, blue has been missing out on all these pieces. So yeah, the whole stream thing was made by someone. It just wasn't made by me. I had a very simple one, and then he figured out how to do it and made it look fantastic, and it was awesome. I love it. He did such a good job. We are almost done. A few more pieces to finish putting on. I did get a bunch of extra pieces for different things, and I don't know why I have some of the ones I do. Like I have in each color, I have one of these, just one. I don't know why. Like, I didn't need it in the build, but I have it. It's just weird. I don't know why that is the case. And I got some other snot bricks and random pieces over there, just in case. Okay, oxygen tanks are done. Let's put them on. I forget how high they're supposed to go. They go up. So they go up on the back just a little bit. Yeah, Vab did such a good job. This is I can actually change him very easily and make him the Steeler baby. Or, you know, Penguins baby, Pittsburgh baby, you know. Pittsburgh space baby. There's things that we can do. And we are done with what can be done. So just over an hour and a half to get all of these done. Just over an hour and a half. Let's fix Blue's head, because he is the special one. There we go. They're almost done. We just need a couple faces, some stickers, some slight adjustments on Blue, and look at that. That is awesome. Oh, I love it. It turned out so good, even the weird head for Blue. But yeah, look at that. That is going to look awesome. Like I said, I'm going to adjust the hands so that they are slightly open. I have an idea for doing that, so I agree. Absolutely, they do. Look at this. This was not hard to do. I think it was a bad idea for them to make it a gift with purchase. I know it made them a ton of money, so I understand why they did it. Ah, there's a head. Random head rolling. I know why they did it, because it made them a ton of money, you know? So I get that. At the end of the day, that's what Lego is doing. They are making money. They are a company. I get that. But I think something like this was going to be extremely popular. They knew that. They definitely could have done, you know, something else. So there we go. All 5 Space Babies. Not quite done, but we're getting there. Oh, I can't wait. This is going to be fun. So they look awesome. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in. Again, Saturday, be on the lookout. I'm actually going to do a post to have people put in there, just comment or whatever, like how you would want, what you think a name for each of these should be, or just one of them or whatever. So be on the lookout for that, for a post for naming the Space Babies. I'm going to go back through and add in the ones that were already said in chat. I think put the face on each one for the Instagram. I don't know how I would do that. Like I'm going to do them like this. Just as is, because it's fine that way. But yeah, it looks really cool. I love it. So I'll do it this way and then be like, hey, it's coming up soon. So, but yeah, they turned out fantastic, I think. So, but yeah, Saturday, roughly between 2:30 and 3:30. I know that's not a good that's not good timing or whatever, but like I'm doing my best. Oh yeah, Jimbo. We'll see what people vote on. So, but Saturday will be another interview with Marcella and Krista, and then next Tuesday. So if you didn't see the stream that I did on Friday last week, it was kind of an impromptu stream where I was going through a Lego haul that I got. I have Voltron in there. I need to take him apart and build him. So next week, next Tuesday, Blue Lion, we're starting him. So thanks so much, everyone, for tuning in. Really appreciate it. Be on the lookout for Voltron, the Defender of the Universe. I still got to find the rest of the pieces in this haul, so it's going to take me a bit to dig around and find the stuff I need for it. So, but until next time, as always, keep on building, and I appreciate you all being here. So until then, we'll see ya.